I think people keep looking for something or someone to give them a break. Nobody's coming. You are your own person. You are the only one who can rescue yourself out of your environment. And it's about time that we just get up and do it. I think we are so spoiled that we want people to give us things. There's one thing I don't like. I think I'm generous. But don't call me umbozara una chelete ya transport. Yao ya miracle.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever done everything, achieved it, then saw no results?
I think people keep looking for something or someone to give them a break. Nobody's coming.
Your biggest enemy is yourself. Whatever you feed yourself, you believe. So start feeding yourself positivity, start feeding yourself success, dream, and realize that it's possible.
Part of my salary there, I think I remember I was getting 35 rand per Saturday. So losing stores and losing my marriage and all the important things that I had in my life,
I slept on the streets for 3 days. No food, crying almost every day, Rodman, with no plan in life. You see, 2022, I hate it with all my heart. I lost everything.
You'll never get your time back.
Whatever we've gone through, it's called a tested quality time. Since that tested quality time. It's tough, but it's gonna give you the nicest things.
Well, I never thought I'd be an inspiration, but here I am today, given this kind of platform or a chance where I actually get to tell people my story, and hopefully people do get inspired by my story. So it doesn't matter, you are as capable.
Welcome to another episode of Off the Dust. And today, Ranale Abudi Karabo, well known as the founder of Diphiri. Not just Diphiri, but Diphiri.com.
Diphiri.com, yes.
Abudi Karabo.
Hey, Tada.
How are you?
I'm fine, yourself.
.com. In weights.
In weights, yes.
Yes. Why.com?
Why.com? I felt that Diphiri had a stigma, and the people, Diphiri High, they don't want to be called Diphiri anymore.
Yeah.
But I thought we are revolutionizing Diphiri. We are of the .com era. Are Diphiri Mazenge anymore? Are Diphiri the EFT?
Is it?
That's why .com.
.com.
Yes.
Okay. So I've noticed for one to become a member, Diphiri,
Yes.
you pay 75 rand.
Yes.
Is it still like that?
It's still like that.
How many members do you guys have by now?
I should have done some research, but maybe we're at 2,000-3,000 now. Yeah.
So we can safely say Diphiri.com is a sustained business.
It is sustained business. Yes, it's growing. It's growing.
The journey Diphiri, where did all this come about? Because you don't strike me like a guy who got a Diphiri.
Diphiri. Diphiri, no man. Dikebu, obviously. Dikebu, it's over Eliamason Laberek. Then go high move the co-locationing, and then we went to the Kolo Rabereka and then Kana Mitrend. But when you go home, Waberek, then 2014, I attended a funeral called Limpopo.
Yes.
And then Negelo Limpopo at the time Kumuya Atlashi Banyakar Tuse.
Yeah.
I couldn't help because Negele family member at the time, and then so traditionally, no, you can't help. And then I get a papa, our number 2 longer Kakono Mutusa, Limpopo. I retsiwa simane, then I thought, or no, but you know what, if nge bo gona le mane krag ka no ba founela fela ka re e tlisetse majida ma 5. And then at the time I thought I'm working. If there was a company le ngore ka mfa majida ma 5 nka no ba fa tsheletenyana mola 5,000 or no, come help me for the weekend, and there was no such company at the time. Initially, I even had a business plan. Was the name of the business. Manekrach. And then, yeah, then it evolved. When I thought about it, I then realized, oh no, but Diphiri. But Diphiri, but the work we do is not really what Diphiri do. Because Diphiri diaipa. Koma bitleng ho tswalla rona setjhaba.
Yes.
But ona ba non rata ho apara nice.
Oh yeah.
Ba bang aba khone haraf. Ke khona haraf. And then yeah, so and I didn't even research day. I then I attended my masu. Masu fela just to observe or bila ho tswalla bomang, how long does it take?
Okay.
And then
so wait.
Yeah.
If go sharp, right? No gate crash go masu.
Yes.
Even though you don't know how to hold it.
Yes.
And that was specifically for research.
Yes. So after the idea came to me, I got really stranded at the time. I attended everywhere.
Yeah.
Negira market research.
Okay.
Social Nguve, because go high, because Social Nguve.
Yes.
Midrand, I attended. So where I've been. Go high, Dikebu. Negia, like weekend, then Negia go maso.
Yeah.
I've got videos that you longer get it, more crowd, and then you observe what normally I realized or no, but I'm always one of the last people who was sitting God. Because Lona Latzena Mola, Lebeta Harafu Hawaner Papa, Ofetza, Yagomara, Pumula di Takozaha. And then Hosala, a few cousins, Lena. Or Washiman Dikebu, Baba Itu Baba Linde, Kebana Batela. And then that was the trend. And then I realized that it actually takes people about 20 minutes longer.
I'm underlining market research.
Yes.
So then, compared to your market research, then you are able to identify market or no? More.
Yeah. I think I already saw the gap when I was stranded.
Yeah.
Or there's no company in, so then the plan or how do I implement it?
Okay.
And we have a lot of ideas a lot of times. We never put them down. Sure. But this one I set and then I wrote a business plan. I wrote a business plan and then I went out, I researched and then I implemented. And implementing was a challenge because it was a total mindset change. Now you are telling people or pay me for this service. So initially, I got my Jida Felago strategy. Okay. I put it on overall myself. Majida, I want to do this thing. Kertamaga private car.
Okay.
Or volunteer. Komaso.
All right. Let's put it practical. Ne?
Yes.
So Leviaga private car, Kriya Majida. I want to know what private car at that time. Lekokai Majida Makai.
Yeah.
And Kibuma Majida is people you know or just
people I know.
Yeah.
So people I know go start then go high go social goofy.
Yes.
Neketsamaga kolonya nengwe blue so.
Yeah.
And then Kabatia, guys. So I bought uniform.
Okay.
I bought the haraf. And you look at Lamo Butunga Fita Majidengwa guys. This is the plan. Rotswala Mavita. And then Kinyaguira this thing. And then I think at a time for them to buy in, they also had to see me there. Yeah, and I led from the front. Katsia Harafu. Ratsena right more crowd and stigma yana sellers or Diphiri. But we held our heads up high and then Ratsena Mola volunteered and then people bought into it.
Because I was about to ask you, did you get paid for the Mitala and
No, didn't get paid. I registered the company in 2015. I'm sure 2015, 16, 17. Yeah, I'm sure only in 2017, that's when I first got paid. I remember a client there then that in fact. He called me up, and then I come, guys.
So between 2015 and 2017, Karisola Ndate
Ramut.
Nahosna and income income.
Nahosna and income.
Do you still remember estimation I
don't know.
100 plus maybe?
Yeah, possibly.
Over 100.
Yeah.
Over 100 plus.
Yeah.
But then what kept you going at that time? Because people are not buying to this idea.
I just had a feeling that it will work. I had a feeling it will work. Look, I mean, at the time, I knew exactly how it was supposed to work. And then I wrote a business plan, and I should have followed the business plan to the T.
You should have.
I should have.
But you did not.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. And I think that was the problem and the delay. Yeah, but I kept pushing. Every weekend, there was a time where you then get demoralized, and then you stop. But then we went at it again. Yeah.
Then Majita very that time. What's it feeling?
No, see, I think Majida at the time, but twisted game. So they were volunteering, but they were not quite volunteering. Yeah, so it was every weekend. We go out, and then when we go out, we come back. And then it's good vibes. And then, well, I was the one working, so at the time, and then it was good vibes.
So basically, every weekend it was on you.
Every weekend it was on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this money that you're spending every weekend, that's on you. It's from your pocket.
Yes.
Understanding you're married.
Yes.
So how does that put it on Majita? Same as at that time.
Yeah, well, firstly, I also know there's Zagaya Montlung. That would be the problem. So I would say Zagaya Montlung. Or you are able to spend. Yagamontlung is covered. You must take your responsibilities and then. But I also got a lot of support. I think the people around me never know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Like nobody knew the business, nobody knew that it could work, but everybody supported.
Yeah.
And I think they supported because Bamboni, like literally Monday to Friday, Kapere Sutu, and then the weekend, the Kapere do overall, Lady Budzu. And they just bought into it. Like my mother, Nara for the Koloita High, Atlapso uniform, like our Manya even now. The people in my life, like everybody has been supportive.
Let's touch on the support.
Yes.
Especially now you're saying your mom was being supportive. Ne?
Yes.
That is like the because of when you're from the villages, the mindset is go to school and go to work.
Yes. Yes.
The support of a parent when you were starting this business, exactly how much?
I think they played a major role.
How so?
In a sense, I did something that I didn't have an example. I was starting off from nothing, but instead of saying I mean, my mom is old school, but Diphiri, for Diphiri, Nobody ever said anything like that. And earlier on, you asked, my wife, not even once had she said, every weekend, they can't do what's going on. Never. Never. My mom used her own petrol, her own car. I could sometimes look at her 10, and at the time there was some 10, 20 years or private car. We needed her car as well. She'll give it to us, no problem. So that role, that encouragement, I think it played a role for I give up. Look, Saboni had a lot of times or where this thing is going. That encouragement, and I think one of the biggest things is that and then every weekend you give them something to focus on. Earlier on I said or no, nerira the vibe a lot of times. I then realized at some point if I give them money instead, then they can decide to do whatever they do. No, yeah. And it's so interesting, you can spend 2,000 Rand on vibes. And then you get people over 100 Rand each of them. They won't spend it on vibes. They won't spend it on vibes. It's so interesting. Because you'll go out, you'll spend that money, and then when you give it to them, they actually do something about it. And after a little while, I realized, oh no, but 50 Rand, it's helping someone or a Rakeboroto the next day. I take it for granted, or it's just 50 Rand. And I think my mom saw that, my people around me saw that. And it took me a long time to realize that it can actually benefit people. But once you realize that, and over the years, I mean, I've got a stable job. Diphiri wasn't something that I'm pushing full time. And I think if I had pushed it full time, we would have progressed a lot more as well. So it's one of those lessons, or don't do things half-heartedly. Yeah. Do it. Okay. You must just do it. If you do it, it will work.
So you said you did not follow the business plan.
Yes.
As you should have.
Yes. Yes.
So can you put this on the business plan?
Yes.
What was the outcome goal? Like on paper, Diphiri.
Outcome goal. So in my other life, I used to do work for a funeral parlor. Oh, yes. And then I realized that funeral parlor way back 2013 had over 1 million people paying monthly subscriptions. I wanted 100,000. Just 100,000. That's what I wanted. Mm-hmm. And that's what I should have focused on. It was in my business plan. So I had two ways. I could go to the customer directly, and then the other one was to work via funeral parlors. Yeah. I then lost my way and focused on funeral parlors. Mm-hmm. And that delayed me, because I should have gone to the people. Okay. Had I gone to the people, I'm sure I would have been all right now. I would have been all right. Yeah. So it became a challenge at the funeral parlors, because funeral parlors, I felt babang banal Diphiri, but they won't give Diphiri what is due to Diphiri. Okay. So you will take a membership at Diphiri Mola, and then it's an additional 10 Rand on the policy. They must give Diphiri 20 Rand. Why must we give Diphiri 20 Rand? I mean, that 20%, if you can call Diphiri and then give them cash, it's cheaper that way. But when a monthly you collect. Oh. It took me a while to realize that no, actually I can just do it myself. Yeah. Mm.
So now that you've realized that,
We are getting there. We are getting there. We are getting there. You must first build the foundation before Namunate. Otherwise, the house will come crumbling down. So that's what we are doing.
Talking about the foundation, right?
Yes.
Almost 2 years of just volunteering.
Yes.
Because now, man, Diphiri has a website,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When do we start building such? And I'm saying a website because of I've realized the website here, Diphiri WordPress, ne?
Mm-hmm.
But for someone in a village, right?
Yes.
When they think of a website,
Yes.
something huge.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just align me. When do you guys start doing the website, getting to social media, and then what did it take? Was it much of an effort, or it was just?
No, look, I mean, didn't see. It's lack of knowledge. If you are not in the space, you think it's too much work and stuff. It wasn't much. It's like registering a company. A lot of people pay money to register a company when you can do it yourself. A website, fairly cheap. Very, very cheap. Anybody can do it. If you are determined to do it, you can do it. I realized I was a little bit more privileged. I had the resources, but a website, I sit down.
Okay, how much is website?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I don't know, but I sit down. I can tell you that much because if we are something, it's a couple of pages, maybe the cost will be the design, the logos, because I went and designed logos and did all of those things. It wasn't a lot of money. Yeah.
So all that didn't even cost $30.
At the time, no. It didn't cost $3,000. And I'm sure I pulled in a favor here and there as well. But these things are not costly. Registering a company is $175, I think. I want to say it was 1,500. Yeah, I want to say that. But it's cheap, and it also depends on how you are doing it. Like when you are starting out, it will be cheap.
Yeah.
Just for that authenticity, people babone you are serious.
Okay. Going through what's written more website Diphiri. It's not bombastic ways. It's just simple English. You go public school.
Absolutely. Yes.
I know very well.
But yeah.
You just chose to use simple English.
Yes. So I'm a lawyer by profession. There's a book about the Constitution.
Yes.
It's written in simple English. To get a message across, you don't have to complicate deal. And you must also, if you're going to work with people, they must understand you. Why are you trying to confuse people? Or you want to work with them. Doesn't work. So simple is easy for me. It gets the message across.
Yes.
That's what you need.
Now your lifestyle.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking you had a weekend lifestyle before you started with Diphiri.
Yes.
Has it changed your lifestyle?
Not really.
You didn't used to just rock up and go Masum, but you had to do it for market research now.
Yeah, I think the way I did it as well, I used my own environment. Like it worked out. On Saturdays, remember Masugiri Loza in the morning. On Saturdays, we were just sitting under a tree, or I'm just at home doing nothing. But then you take that time and then you use it for something a little bit more productive.
Wait, so let me try and understand.
Yes.
So you took this time,
Yes.
and then you put the market research on it.
Yes.
How important is that time? We usually spend it under the tree doing nothing.
You'll never get your time back. You are wasting opportunities and money. But time is money. If you are not going to capitalize on your time, you're going to go through life, and then the next thing you're going to find out, or 20 years, you were sitting under the tree. And then you only worked for the other 20 years.
But in sitting under the tree, in a hobby, you know. But you can't teach an old dog a new tricks. How difficult what is for you to have that shift to say, no vandaag under the tree I am in.
I suppose it's the type of person you become. Unfortunately, some people you can't teach them to work, no matter how hard you try. I try to be an example. I realized I was very fortunate. I don't know where I got it. I knew that I must go to school, work. I didn't think I was a business person, but these things come. And I think when it comes to you, you must follow through with it. And that's what I did. I was inspired by other people that I saw, but I've never seen a business person. I've never seen a lawyer interact. I've never interacted with such people. Those are the things I knew were out there, but I didn't know what it is like. And then I had to go and do it myself. And when I walk around, you'll see I interact with everybody. And I'm hoping that some young person is able to see, or no, this is how it's done. And then they can do better than me. Sitting under the tree, man, doesn't work. I remember telling the guys at some point, to close the grave is like 15 minutes. I remember saying to the guys, no, I'll give you 50 rand for 15 minutes. And then some other guy said, no, 50 rand is so. And then I get one. In the morning, what's so? Oblomagam tlasastlare. I will not plan here 50 rand. Or not the whole day, and then later on, 2 o'clock, or don't kopela 2 rand. One giving me 50 rand wasn't kopela 2 rand later. So what are you doing with your money? And it took a while for people to get it. But a lot of times, you can use your time better, man. You really can.
But then when you get such guys, because mostly it's the mentality of go-go-go-gas.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
It's sad, but we must change it. We change it not because you are great. I think Martin Luther and Malcolm X and Mandela, all these great people, they had something special. Almost the chosen ones, you know. All of Botlhale, it's not like overekile to be Botlhale. However, sometimes you are just born with a certain gift. And then that's what you must use to try to inspire other people. And that's what they all did. We are not all gonna be doctors. That's not how it works. But those who have a little bit of light must shine the light on others. And that's what you must try to do. In fact, there was a quote there, fresh, I don't remember now, interviewer Kimang, but the way he sees things is that if he's got a light and then he shines your light, you are not taking anything from his light.
Yeah.
But what you are doing is that your two lights will even create better,
increasing
the brightness. Yes, yes, and that's what you try. That's what you must try to do. And unfortunately, Risana is black people a lot.
Like now that you say that, I mean, over example, Tiabukasi, you're giving them 50 rand for that 15 minutes, right? But then some people, when
that's 200 rand an hour, eh? That's 200 rand an hour.
Yeah. So it's 200 an hour, probably that I can make in a day.
Yeah.
But then there are still some people when they look at you, what you're doing, more.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's the nature. Kamkoro hudistwing, unfortunately. Ara holareka mentality or Indian people mentality. I wanna get to help each other together. We can. Orona, only one of us can succeed. But we must fight through all of that and try to change all of that. At some point, we will see where we can do it together. It's one of the things I pride myself on Dikebu. You know, Dikebu, in as much as Varamona among black people, I think Dikebu, the support, like it doesn't matter what you do, they will give you that support. And one of the other things I must give credit to the people of Dikebu is because Nenzere Pusha, and then when the people Wago High got involved, man, just on Facebook alone, I think we have over 14,000 followers on the Diphiri page, and most of them would have been people from Gohai. And like, it's so interesting. Last day, I went home, and then the former councillor, Morake, actually came to me, and he joined Diphiri. But one of the things he said to me, you know, brother, I don't understand, Hore. We know you, you support us, but I get so join. I get join, and then he joined. And it's that mentality of once hour, and you take a conscious decision, or I'm going to support my fellow brother. And that's how we grow. And everybody else, one more now, it's fine.
Yeah.
Eventually they will follow.
The support you get from Dikebu, the way they are united.
Yes.
Where do you think they managed to get it right?
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. Yeah. It is almost like the spirit of Wakanda, man. Yeah. It is something that is just that it's so unique, but it's exemplary. It's exemplary for everybody, and that's how things should be. Yeah. I can't tell you exactly. I'm sure other individuals, but and stuff. But if you look at how everybody is supporting everyone, but not like you.
Yeah.
As an example, fair. Or you do one thing and then everybody is just behind it. That's the only way to build a nation. And then everybody else who's not supporting, they don't matter. You must focus on the positive. Yes, sir.
When we get the stats, they say black businesses are more likely to survive for 5 years. They say if you make it for 2 years, you're lucky. But then you're more likely to die. Come how 5. Now looking at the period, it's almost a decade. How did you manage to get it there?
I think the first thing was that business plan. A lot of things, it's write it down, know what you're doing. I think those stats are based on black people not knowing what to do and not having direction, because we're just winging it. You just have an idea and then you just run with it. You're not planning. You're not implementing. And we get discouraged easy. Also, I must say, it's the resources that you don't have resources. When you don't have resources, then things are not going to work out. I was able to keep it going because I funded it a lot. I'm very happy that we can buy bread from it now, which is great. But it's just, you must persevere, man. You must persevere. Yeah. There's a lot of businesses that are working out. And if you are in the funeral industry, the guys are killing it. Black guys are killing it. Black guys are killing it. I mean, we did funeral, aka Malomo. There was a funeral parlor from Soshanguve. We did Yama R5. There was a funeral parlor from Soshanguve. All of these people are black people that you talk to. So, I mean, Soweto, Maponya was a businessman from Kasi. Yeah. There is many businesses. So that mentality, they fail. Yeah. They fail, as businesses do fail. I mean, I started, Diphiri is not my first business, yes, by the way. But the other businesses I had not written down, and I was also young. Uber, it's everywhere. I almost started Uber, Nikiviza Source Messengers. But I didn't know what I was doing. It's amazing now that it's...
Okay. But then we get discouraged easily. What are the things that have happened in the journey of building up Diphiri that almost got you discouraged? Let's talk about those challenges.
Yeah, it's not... Sometimes we set unrealistic goals. Okay. Or realistic goals, but we are not patient enough. I said when I wrote down that business plan, I said 100,000 customers. I think I had given it 3 years. 100,000. The actual implementation of it becomes a whole different story. But you must also go get it. I think that's one of the things I've learned, or you must go get it. Nobody's going to give it to you just because you have it written down and you are thinking about it doesn't mean it's going to manifest. No, you must go get it. I didn't go out and get it enough. Yes, I did research and stuff, but it should have been in the street every single day to get the 100,000 people, because they are not going to come to me. That journey, business is not easy. It's not easy. It's not like a salary, this is what's going to happen. No. And things happen. Sometimes you must deprive yourself of certain things in order to achieve the goal of your business. And people fail because you make a little bit of money. And then once you do that, you then spend it on nice things, and then you on the vibe, because vibe is nice. I was talking to my wife actually 2 days ago. Some money that she needs, and then she was saying, "Oh no, if she gets this money, she must do this and that." And then kikerio di kuchinyana da, you know. And then on that becomes the problem, because you then take money. You spend it on things that you're not supposed to spend it. You're forgetting, or if you put it in the business, 2-3 years down the line, you'll have so much more than what you are immediately looking for. Yes.
But I suppose this thing, specifically the challenges. you came across?
I think my biggest has been to change the mindset of people to buy into Diphiri. I got a lot of people but charge for tswalla lebitla.
I mean, we do it for free every weekend.
We do it for free every weekend, and then we expanded. Now go thusa le ka o tlhaba kgomo. So I'm sure it's when I come, but there's a few guys who longer about Tabako. And
Why Tabako?
I get happy.
Okay. Morocco.
I get happy, but I'm there. I haven't had an opportunity. Because ke na le batho ba ile gore ntsike ba itse ke di expert and I kenya go tshameka ka dikhomo tsa ba ntle ke tshwantsha re ka khomo ke tla I'll do that. Yeah, but it's that mindset ya gore I'm asking basically people who no ke tlo tlisetsa bomme ba tlo ira di pizza and then I want you to pay me 10,000 for that service. And it's like, how? I get a mamang and then people always think people will come until people don't come. And then it becomes more difficult. So the biggest challenge has been people to buy in or no, you can actually pay for a service. They see the need for a service. But we don't want to pay. We expect that the mamang to come and do it. But yeah, I think that's the only biggest challenge I've had, to get people to pay money. But they are now years later realizing, no, the investments they are nicer when you are clean. Yeah. And they let Diphiri.com do the labor.
That's nice.
There's actually a video at AK's funeral there. The guys are around the grave and they are in suits and smoking, and then Diphiri is closing. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted.
Nice.
That's Diphiri.com.
Because I think that's something that's also written on your website.
Let us do the hard labor.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Let us do the labor.
Okay.
Yes.
But now, here we are. Diphiri is becoming a brand. It's booming. It's being known almost in a couple of provinces now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And when we go back to Kasiguri game, you the face. Right?
Yes.
When you start becoming a brand, people start knowing you. Diphiri start becoming a brand.
Yes.
Obviously, you're going to start getting new friends. Old friends are coming. They say, rub the soldiers, rub your shoulders with those.
Yeah.
How do you deal with such? And I'm asking this because I'm thinking it's one of the challenges in one of my career as a young person who starts running a business. You're going to start making new friends. You're going to have old friends coming back.
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
Yes. Fortunately, in Diphiri space, that works for me because that's the workforce right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when they come, I'm hoping that they can assist. I think you must just be careful who's around. I don't make friends easily. I've got people I know. I think maybe I take the word friend very, very serious. I've got people I know. I've got colleagues, acquaintances, but I know my lane. And it doesn't matter how many people come around me. And maybe that's why I'm able to associate with everybody, because I take you for who you are, and then that's it. When I party, I party. When I work, I work. I don't get very challenged or getting swayed by people and their moods, and that's why I get haters. Sometimes I don't even recognize haters because I take along haters and then we go close graves. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't, yeah. I think it's one of those things. I don't invest a lot. I know people who've got 10 friends. I don't know how you have 10 friends.
You take the hate and you take it to the graveyard. Just bury it.
Yeah, no, we go along, we close the grave, we get paid, and then you continue hating me. We've made money. We move on.
Nice one.
We move on.
So you say when you party, man. Parties are nice. Man.
Parties are nice.
Self-discipline again, guy. When do you know it's like, I know, man, this is not time for partying. This is how much I can party. This is where I put a limit.
It goes back to what you said earlier. Only what's the actual there good through. There's one thing I don't like. I think I'm generous, but don't call me umbozarauna chalete transport. Ya miracle.
Yeah.
We will.
Oh, okay.
Or ufile meogo next door. Last na borot. O kas fi meo next door chalete ya. Ya miracle because now o kas kono hu ira chalete. O areka boroto for yourself. O amaregela lien. So I don't do that. When you party with money that you are able to part with. It's like gambling. When you go gambling, I don't gamble by the way, but when you go gambling, you must go gambling being prepared to lose the money. I would say you gamble like I. And that's the same thing. When you party, that's because you've got disposable income. And you can't work, all work and no play.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes you a dull person, I think.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. So far, what has been the biggest highlight, Diphiri?
I think it must be the past weekend, actually. But personally, it is being able to give Machita plan. I think even when I wanted to give up, because a lot of things happen. I mean, Batobaya kwale ko masungwale, and then the next thing, Batobabula Gemala or something has nothing to do with us, and then you just want to give up. But the thought there, there's a couple of guys by the next morning, and then they'll have a plan. And it's because of Diphiri. That works for me. That works for me. That's the biggest highlight for me. And when there are times where we can get 4 teams out to do full services from Friday and Saturday, and then you get over 60 people that are going to get something, and that's because of an idea I had. And that's heartwarming for me. There's projects that I try to support every now and again, and that's because of Diphiri. That's a highlight that I'm able to do that. And I don't want to say me, but Diphiri is able to do that. And when you also say I'm the face, I never want to be the face. I never want to be the face. I think it's also one of the most annoying things for me, especially when people are working, like working and then go check out to her no hospaniwa. Then suddenly no asule owner. That's not how it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to be. I remember saying to the guys, or my dream has always been, or those guys like 2 million lebon, lebabamba batlang, or each and every one must be able to run a branch somewhere.
Lovely.
That's what I want. I want to be here, and then but have people managing their own provinces, their own divisions, because the period they are literally everywhere. That's what I want.
And how far will you get within these guys?
I'm a little far. I'm a little far, but again, it's the mindset. People are not taking a bull by the horns, because that's what they should be doing. You can only encourage so much. I think one of the downsides as well, it's good, but it's not good. Working with people that you know, out here how. It becomes very difficult to discipline them because, Karabo. But then again, but charity starts at home. If you build other people, you might get things much more quicker. It's one of those things.
Does it bother you?
Yeah, it does bother me. It makes me sad, to tell the truth, because you can see the potential. Like I said, if I was pushing it full time, since 2015, if I was pushing it full time, it would have progressed. But I also feel everybody's got a platform to be able to make this thing work. And you don't have to do it for me, you must do it for yourself. I keep saying all the time, this thing creates jobs for all of us, not just for me. But people are seeing opportunities, they don't want to do anything about it. Because what stops everyone else from having their own little division? Nothing. There's no magic to it.
Definitely, you have set a footprint of it is possible. From a simple idea of closing a graveyard to definitely closing a graveyard while one of our superstars.
Yes.
And it's a business that you're saying right now, you can buy bread from it.
Yes.
There's a child, Kokasi, who's thinking of starting a business. But he's thinking, probably maybe I'm far from things. Maybe I have to move from here. Or probably basically says, man, you know what? I'll just leave Mukasi, just leave the idea. I'd like you to look into this camera. Motivate. Tell them something. Encourage them.
Look, success really is using what you have around you to the best of your abilities to make it out. And I think it's possible for everybody. There's no magic in anything. Your surroundings don't define you. In fact, your surroundings are that's where you see your opportunities there, because who else knows their environment better than the person who lives there? You are the person who sees what is required. You are the person who can exploit what is needed. And that's business. Business is about providing a service that is needed. And everywhere you are not going to be making money in Brazil. Also, Fitida, you can only do it here. And that's where you start. I think people keep looking for something or someone to give them a break. Nobody's coming. You are your own person. You are the only one who can rescue yourself out of your environment. And it's about time that we just get up and do it. I think we are so spoiled that we want people to give us things. And the moment we realize, or we are really all entrepreneurs, like when you have a job, you are providing a service. You are selling something. That little thing that you are doing is the business. And we don't all have to then be given something. Sometimes you must just go out and just do it, man. I think it's saddening that people are just sitting at home and then waiting for somebody to give them something. That's not how life works. You must just go out and do it, and we all can. We all are already doing it. We are all giving a service. It's just about then doing it yourself.
Indeed, we are all giving a service, and if someone wants a service at Diphiri,
yes, if you want service at Diphiri, you can find us on Facebook. Can call us. www.diphiri.com is our website. On Facebook, diphiri.com, Twitter, Instagram, and we have marketing people. Got Diphiri. I don't operate those sites. I have very good people who do that.
So you've got permanent employees.
I've got I don't want to say permanent employees, but they are all permanent contractors, these people. Yeah, so some of them volunteered. My marketing people have volunteered themselves, and fortunately we are able to give them some money here and there, and it works out. And then otherwise, we have about 40 people that we know who are this are our employees. If there's a job, these are the people that get the job.
They're on the payroll.
They are on the payroll. Yeah.
And it's as little as from 70 rand.
As little as 75 rand per month. So 75 rand per month, we get you guys who are gonna slaughter. Get you guys who are gonna come buy ready pizza tsa bontate. Get you with sesi ba tlo philang ba tlo apeya, then ka letsatsi la mmereko ba tlo thusa ka o tshola, ba tlo tlhatswa dibjana, then bo abuti ba rena ba tlo le thusa ko mabitleng. So every single thing you tlhokang ya matsogo we can provide.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, you've made Diphiri be stylish, man. Come on a uniform, man. That's nice. It's very stylish, man.
Yeah, no, thank you. We try. I think also people appreciate it more, because sometimes, you have the whole time, but busy the whole time, and then but disrupt everything else. So a little organization, that's what people have been starving for.
Lovely.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for your time. We'll close it here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Hey,